So in the recent pump for Solana that happened a couple of weeks ago, I sold some of my Solana to take some profits and to keep those profits in stable coins so I can use them for some other token purchases. And at the same time, I can cash out my profits into Singapore dollars to pay for my daily expenses or even purchasing random stuff that I might need for my house. Otherwise, the next best option is to hold the stable coins, which is USDC, in Coinbase, and this gives me a 5% APY, which is pretty cool. But a couple months back, I got to know a Singapore company that's building a Web3 bank, and if you're working in the Web3 space, one of the most interesting things that you have is how you're getting your salary paid. So in the past, when I was in an exchange, I was offered two different modes of payment. The first way was to go through the traditional method of using fiat currency, which means you receive your salary in whatever local currency you're holding.
Dollar bill, yeah.
And the other option is to receive your salary in crypto, or more specifically stable coins, which will then be transferred into your wallet of choice. So this could be MetaMask, it could be a Trezor, it could be a Ledger, or whatever wallets you're holding, as long as the network is supported. But this poses a very big problem, which is off-ramping. So for the uninducted, on-ramp and off-ramp are little jargons that we use to refer to how money is moved in or out of the Web3 space. So when we're moving money into the Web3 space, like buying crypto or buying stable coins, this is referred to as on-ramping or on-ramp. So moving fiat into Web3 is called on-ramp. Conversely, if you're taking money out of the Web3 space, like when you are taking profits, this is called off-ramping. It's like taking money off the table. So the project that I'm talking about is the Based app. And note, this is not a sponsored video, but if the Based app team is interested, do hit me up. So you can think of the Based app as another wallet that allows you to do a few things with your money if you're working in Web3. But if you're not working in Web3, there are some functions here that you can use as well. So the Based app is a payments wallet that is supported by a physical Visa card. And as we know it in the past, there have been many different crypto cards and we have looked at them as well. So technically, there's not much difference between the card and other cards that we have looked at. So once you have signed up, the links will be in the description down below, and you open the app, it shows you the home page that shows you the balance you got in your wallet as well as your card. So right now, the card only supports SGD, but if you're spending on things overseas, there's a 0% FX fee, so it might be a good contender if you're looking to buy stuff overseas with your crypto. So on the home page, it shows you the balance that you got in your wallet as well as the card. And the latest promotion that they have right now, and lastly, the recent transactions that have been done. So as you can see, this card works because I paid for my transportation just a couple of months ago in late November. So the next icon here is our wallet. So this is like a hot wallet that you can use to store your crypto, or your tokens, or even your stable coins. But do note that this is not a multi-chain at this point in time and only supports the Matic network. So there is also a swap function that allows you to swap between tokens depending on what you want to hold in your wallet. And then we got the card icon. So this shows you your card details as well as the balance that you have right now. So if you deposit more than 500x SGD, it will give you a 1.5% yield on your holdings. So it's kind of like how Trust Bank works. You get your 1.5% on your account balance, which is pretty interesting. So the last icon you see is the invest icon that allows you to do recurring swaps if you're looking to DCA on a regular basis into different cryptos. And there is also a saving vault function here that allows you to deposit USDCE and receive a yield up to 10%. So this yield that you see is done through compound, which means your deposit will earn both USDCE as well as COM tokens. So with my current balance, you can see I've earned about 5 USDC and 0.02 COM tokens. And the APY for this vault will vary on the utilization rate of USDCE on Compound's platform, but the lowest that I've seen so far is something about 3 to 4%, which is much lower than what Coinbase offers at 5%. But overall, there are days that we hit 10.5% and something like today where we're at 10.19%, which is pretty awesome. So smack in the middle, we got the action button, which is a big orange button that allows you to either deposit, withdraw, send, receive, or even swap tokens. So that kind of covers how the app works, what you can do with the app. But now let's talk about the good and the bad of Based app. So the good parts are pretty easy and straightforward to see, with higher yields on stable coins, the ease of spending your cryptos on a daily basis, and the ability to DCA into your favorite cryptos so that you can build a portfolio for yourself. So all these are plus points if you want to spend your cryptos without off-ramping any money that goes into your bank, this is one of the best options that I've seen. And every time you spend on your base card, you do get some points that can be used to redeem prizes or merch or some stuff in the future. So with the good, there is always some room for improvement, which I personally feel. So I won't say these are all deal breakers because the team has already tried to reduce the friction between onboarding new users into the Web3 space. So the first time when I started using the app, it could be a blockchain issue, I'm not too sure, because I had to make multiple transactions of the same kind just because it keeps failing. But over here, it could be Polygon's fault, so I'm not too sure about that. And the other thing that I wish to have is an auto compound function for the vaults.
Does that compound your interest?
Because right now, if we are in the vault page, you can see that I've got some COM tokens and a claim button beside it. So for me to compound my money, I'll need to claim the tokens, I need to approve the transaction, and once the transaction is approved, I'll need to swap my COM tokens for USDCE and then approve the transaction again. And then once those are swapped, I need to go back to the vault page, click on invest, and then I deposit my USDCE into the vault, and that is a kind of short way of how I compound my money. So although it's only a minute of work and I don't do it on a daily basis, but probably once or twice a week if I remember, but it's always nice to have a one-click button that allows you to instantly compound your money. So in the spirit of Christmas, where this video is currently being recorded right now, if the base team can add this onto the wish list, that would be amazing. But other than that, I think this can be something that you might want to consider if you're a Web3 worker, because this allows you to spend your money, have some yields on your stable coins, and maybe in the future there might be new vaults coming up, which could be really interesting for sure. So if you have seen what you like and you're really interested to sign up with the Base app, I'll leave a link in the description down below where you can get signed up with them, so we both get some benefits here. And if you have enjoyed the video or it has kind of add some value to how you can spend your crypto, get some additional yield, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, turn on the notifications to get the latest content. And as always, stay safe, invest safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.